Hello everyone, myself Pankaj Makhija presenting podcast on GeoMobile. GeoMobile is the convergence of multiple technologies, internet, wireless communication, geographic information system and mobile devices. Emerging mobile computing applications often needs to know where things are physically located. Sometimes we are arriving somewhere and we need directions from one place to another. We want to interact naturally with input-output devices available in our environment. Sometimes we need to get answers to questions such as where am I, how long I get to some place, what is the current traffic situation on some route. So for that there are location-based services. These are information services accessible with mobile devices through the wireless network, allows the mobile users to use service based in their position or geographic location. Applications of location-based services are emergency services, tracking of mobile phones, navigation, billing, LBS alert, and network operator applications. Now the requirement of LBS is tracking of mobile phones. So the solution is location technologies. There are basically three location technologies. One is network based, handset based, hybrid based. Discussing about the network based technologies, uses the service provider's network infrastructure to identify the location of a handset. It is non-intrusive, accuracy dependent on concentration of base station cells. Key challenges: requirement to work closely with the service provider, requires the installation of hardware and software within the operator's infrastructure. And the example is GSM based localization. Further, coming to handset based, requires the installation of client software on the handset to determine by location, computes location by cell identification signal, strength of home or neighboring cells, the latitude or the longitude. Disadvantage of this is necessity to install the client software, and most importantly requires active cooperation from the mobile user. Software must be able to handle the different operating systems. Example is GPS, Global Positioning System. Hybrid based is the combination of network based and handset based technologies for location determination, gives best accuracy among all the methods and inherits advantages and limitations of the earlier two methods. Example is assisted GPS. Let us take a little bit idea of global positioning system. A global navigation satellite system for determining the position of receivers using signals broadcasted by satellites. As of September 2008, there are 31 actively broadcasting satellites in the GPS constellation. The position obtained is displayed to the user in a more user-friendly manner. Few more points about GPS. GPS is very effective and accurate in open environment, but does not work in places where people spend most of their time. It's indoor. Study shows that GPS coverage is available only 4.5% of the time for a device carried by a user. Consumes lots of battery power. Now, need for a device that people do carry with them most of the time that have continuous network connectivity. So what could be that device? That device is mobile phone. So mobile phones have low power consumption. These are the benefits of mobile phones: ubiquitous connectivity, wide adoption. Research paper also suggests that mobile phones can offer indoor, outdoor and place detection capabilities. So, location methods. Discussing about location methods. There are two types of cellular networks available in the market: GSM and CDMA. A little bit about GSM. Most widespread cellular telephony standard in the world, operates on the 850 MHz and 1900 MHz frequency bands. A GSM based satellite station is typically equipped with a number of directional antennas that define sectors of coverage or cells. CDMA uses CDMA as their underlying channel access methods. a 2G 3G mobile telecommunication net standard. Basically, market has maximum of GSM. So that's because GSM has some advantages over CDMA due to localization perspective. So study says market share for GSM is 72% while of CDMA is 12%. There is roaming problem in CDMA. It is practical. Cell size for GSM is small. Maximum distance between two towers is 35 kilometers, so more accurate in case of GSM. CDMA cell size can be even infinitely large. Battery consumption for GSM phones is lesser than of CDMA phones. So these were the advantages. Now we will be focusing on localization of mobile phones using GSM, as the 72% share of mobile phones market is covered by GSM. So there are basically four main technologies, four main methods: cell global identity, timing advance, third one enhanced CGI, and fourth one is uplink time difference of arrival. So let's have a look at this. Location of towers over a region. Here we can see red dots which are showing us the towers over this region. And these cells showing us coverage area of the towers. Now range of a tower could be of two types. One is it could cover the whole 63° around it, or it is possible that the whole 360° is divided into sectors and a tower covers only a sector. So CGI is basically dependent on these sectors. CGI, cell global identity, identifies the sector in which the mobile is located. So it gives an accuracy that we can locate the mobile phone on the basis of the tower, on the basis of the sector covered by the tower. Then comes cell global identity timing advance. Here we can see that the tower is sending a signal to the mobile phone, and on the basis of the received signal, it calculates the distance between the mobile phone and the tower. On the basis of this, it draws an arc and reduces the possibility of location of mobile phone is further reduced. Here we can see an arc drawn here by this. In enhanced CGI, the arc drawn by the CGI is divided into further 8 parts so that we could get more accurate position of the mobile phone. The accuracy of location of mobile phone is further improved using enhanced CGI. And finally, coming up to uplink time difference of arrival. Here we can see the 3 towers. Each tower sends the signal to the mobile phone, and then the intersection of these 3 gives the location of the mobile phone. Here we will see more clearly that the location of the mobile phone is further reduced. Here the location possibility is reduced to 5 to 50 meters of range. So among all the 4 methods, we've seen that uplink time difference of arrival was the best, since it gives the best range of locating a mobile phone. Since it has also the disadvantage, as it uses tower data from minimum 3 towers, which is an overhead to the server. So Ericsson is using this uplink time difference of arrival for localization of mobile phones. So this was all about localization of mobile phones using GSM. Thank you very much. Thank you all.